So I'm back in the shower again, and this is a regular job for me, replacing the silicone. Now, I've cleaned this silicone, it looks alright, but I've noticed there's a couple of little gaps, there's places where it's peeling away, and it's quite difficult to repair it. The other thing is that a lot of silicone that is used these days is fairly cheap stuff. It contains about 25% silicone, and the rest is just fillers, cheap fillers, which do nothing other than bulk it out. The problem with this is, one thing that it doesn't stick very well, it doesn't stretch very well, so if there's any movement in that shower tray, it won't accommodate it, it'll just pull away. So the other important thing is that all those fillers are not very durable. They get eroded, they get pitted, and if you look at them under a magnifying glass, you'll see lots of tiny little holes in them where they've just worn away, and that gives the mould a chance to get its roots in there and establish itself. If you've got a good silicone, a good quality silicone, it will have maybe 75%, even as much as 90% pure silicone in there. It costs a bit more for sure, but it's a much better product and will last much longer, and it won't give that mould a chance to get established. That's the important thing. So what I'm going to use is this Dryzone Silicone Replacement Kit. It's got a remover, it's got some high quality silicone in there, and it's also got a profile shaper for doing that, what can be quite difficult to get a nice smooth finish. Really important that you get this absolutely clean, you get it dry, you make sure there are no tiny little bits of silicone left over, because if you have those, they just create little rough spots on the silicone. So if you skip this bit, you'd be wasting your time, because you won't get the finish that you want, and you won't get the adhesion of the silicone onto the two surfaces, which is an important thing. Now I've got to decide where to cut that nozzle. And some people like to cut it on an angle, and some people like to cut it straight. And quite honestly, I don't think it makes a lot of difference. Now on this tool, we've got a profile former here, and they also give you a choice of other profiles that you might prefer. It's best to work this out before you start to find out which one you want to use. I reckon the one that's on there is fine, so I'm not even going to bother changing that over, but if you want to, you can just take that one off, put another one on. We'll try that one. This will begin to skin over very quickly, so we've got to work reasonably fast. You don't want to leave it too long. Let's see if that gives us a nice finish. I think that's absolutely fine. So the only bit of this kit that I didn't use is this masking tape. Now the idea of the masking tape is you can put it along the edge of the shower and along the edge of the tiles, and then just silicone between it, and then pull the masking tape away pretty quickly after that. It does work, it's just that I think that smoothing tool is so good that you don't really need the masking tape, but it's a preference. Have a go, try it both ways, have a little practice on the corner of a box if you're not sure, and then at least you'll know which way you prefer. And if you like what you see, you want to buy this kit, then the links are below.